Think of it like the U.S. government increasing the limit on its credit card to pay bills coming due.
Republican leader is saying
That's what President Joe Biden wants, warning if House Republicans don't go along,
they're going to shut down the government by not providing the votes to pay our federal debt.
But Republicans want future spending cuts before agreeing.
Who wants to put the nation in some type of threat at the last minute of debt ceiling? Nobody wants to do that. That's why we're asking, let's change our behavior now.
Now sitting at $31.4 trillion with a T, the U.S. debt ceiling, intended to limit government borrowing, has become more of a political lever, raised 78 times since the 60s. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says it must rise again, or the U.S. risks default later this year.
It's not dangerous at all, so long as we resolve this in the next few months.
But, says this economist, if it drags to a default, it would unleash a financial chain reaction. Services cut, employees unpaid, and critically, a Treasury no longer able to pay interest on U.S. bonds.
If suddenly it's not a safe asset, that probably means almost every major country is going to have a recession.
We continue to watch.
That has the Prime Minister watching.
States, but we're going to make sure that Canadians continue to succeed regardless of what happens down there.
In Washington, politics will have to play out first. New GOP House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has little leeway with Republicans, demanding cuts loudly on Fox News.
If you're going to have a party, you have to pay the band. If you're going to borrow money, you have to pay it back.
As the White House insists, bills must be paid.
It should not be used as a political football.
Tense, but the U.S. has been here many times before.
I think the saying is Americans always do the right thing when they run out of all the other options.
It's just the faith in and the credit of the country at stake, with no quick resolution in sight, at least not until both the money and the pressure get tighter. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News, Washington.